Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Figure I'd show you guys how we decorate for Christmas. So this is our first year in our new house. So last year we didn't really get a chance to decorate the way we normally do because we were in an apartment because we sold the old house and had to move to the apartment temporarily while this house was being finished. So this year we're going all out. So every year I always decorate a wreath in whatever our year's colors are. We change colors every year. So let's see, the first year we were together, we had the red, white, and green. So it looked like this. Then the second year we were together.
It was purple, wasn't it?
The second year. In 2013, no, that Mickey Mouse was 2014. So maybe 2013 was my own year. I did my design.
Brown.
So first year was 2013 and I did brown, natural colors and stuff. She didn't like it, but it looked like this. And then second year together, 2014, we did red, white, and green. And then third year was the year we got married. So it was purple. And that was 2015. Then 2016 was, did we do blue that year?
Like shades of blue.
Did we do a shades of blue?
I think it was.
No, one year we had red, black, and white. So maybe that was that year. When was red, black, and white? We had red, black, and white one year. I think we had shades of blue one year. And then 2018, we didn't have anything.
Right.
So between 16 and 17, there was one, I don't know. But this year, our colors are gold, rose gold, and like a plum color. So this is how we decorate. We usually start off by finding our ornaments first. Like if we can recycle ornaments from another year, that's what we'll do. But last year we were in Michael's and we saw this gorgeous set of ornaments. And we were like, oh my gosh, those colors are so nice together. So we bought it last year, even though we didn't get to use it last year. So we decided to use it this year. So this is what we started with. We start off with our color scheme. So that's the color scheme. And then we just start trying to find different things that will fit into the color scheme. So Michael's is a place that we go to. There's a store called At Home. It used to be called Garden Ridge. We go there, they have a lot of good stuff. So they have these. It doesn't really look rose gold on the camera. It looks silver, but it's rose gold. So we got these to go. We also decorate the mantle. So we found these at Home last year. It looks silver too, but it's rose gold. So these will go on the mantle. So usually what I'll do is I'll create our wreath with our colors by adding like little trinkets and things that I find in the different stores. And then we'll put a garland across the mantle.
You have to mention Hobby Lobby is another store that we shop at. You said Michael's and At Home.
Oh yeah, Hobby Lobby also has great stuff too. So between those three, that's where we get all our Christmas stuff from. So right now I got a bigger wreath because I got a 36 inch because the wreath from the last house, we had to throw that out. So this is what we got so far. So we have a 36-inch wreath. I'm gonna kind of go through some of the little things that I found I'm gonna add to it. So I'll use one of each of the colors from that set. And then I think we also found this at Michael's as well. We found the miniature version of it, so I'll put those on there somewhere. And then these things, this came from Michael's. It's like some little something, I don't know. It's magic. And these came from Michael's as well. Cause these are kind of things I put in the wreath as well. So use some of those. Found some balls. You gotta have some balls. These balls came from Hobby Lobby, I think. Yeah, they're like a rose gold.
One is for the garden.
Frosted balls. I think I usually will keep things even. So like I'll buy 3 of everything so I can put 1 in the wreath and 2 in the garland on the mantle. But this one, I think we might have only bought 2. So I'm not sure how I'll do this. Maybe I'll put 2 balls in the wreath and the other 4 in the garland. Balls all around. Found this at Michael's. And it's okay if your colors don't match perfectly. And found this somewhere.
I think that came from Michael's.
Michael's, perhaps. And this I didn't mean to take
most
out.
of the stuff we got from Michael's because they had like the whole rose gold section that year.
Yeah.
Last year.
Found some pine cone things. They're kind of heavy, so we'll have to see if I can get them to stay. Because I try not to put anything that's too heavy on there so it doesn't weigh anything down. We got some nice angel wings too. And then I always top everything off with some nice ribbon. So I kind of will get different ribbons and then kind of see how everything looks. So I think we're going with this thick one at the bottom and this skinny one at the top. And then the other one's going back. I wanted to find one with some purple, but we can never find purple, you know. So when you're decorating a wreath, I always use a hot glue gun, but this year we have a pre-lit wreath. So most of these wreaths have these bendable thingies. And usually what you can do is, like, for example, with the ornaments, you can just kind of put it through the hole. You can put it through a hole and get it to stay as opposed to hot gluing. Because in the past when I hot glue, then it's usually remnants. But because there were remnants, I would just leave the remnants on there because I would pretty much just put everything in the same place so you wouldn't be able to see it. So I have to play around with some options of what I'm gonna do with this one. But it's a rainy day outside. Thanksgiving is next Thursday, so we're decorating the day after Thanksgiving. I would love to decorate today, but you know, it's not gonna happen. So, yeah, come along with this journey as we take our wreath from drab to fab. All right, oh, I also forgot to show y'all. We got a tree topper from Hobby Lobby, and it's different. It's like a Starburst or something like that. Isn't that nice? So nice. So that's the tree topper. The only thing I don't like when doing all this stuff is the arts and crafts herpes, aka glitter. It gets everywhere. It's hard to get rid of it. So we're doing it here in the dining room because I just did an art show, so the dining room table was already covered. But now it's time to figure out what's gonna go where. Let's go. The good thing about just buying anything you see that may work is it leaves you with a bunch of options. The only thing is you have to take stuff back, which you know is not a problem for me. So this is another ribbon that I had bought. So we're gonna use this on the garland because I usually wrap around the garland. So we're gonna use this. So I also use a hot glue gun, like I said, sometimes, but right now I'm just gonna try to go without a hot glue gun. So the first thing that I'm gonna make sure that I'm doing is make sure that the plug for my wreath is towards the bottom of it. Where I'm gonna be hanging it at is gonna be above an outlet over our fireplace. So I had to make sure that the plug was actually in the correct place before I started spreading the wreath things. So I don't know what they're called. So for now, I'm just gonna call them wreath things. So the first thing that you wanna do is go ahead and get them spread out, especially if it's a new wreath, because once you have them spread out, it's a lot easier to get everything to set into place. The next thing that I do is I take my ribbon and I find a wreath thing, like I said, on the back of the wreath that I can attach it to, because most of these wreaths are wire in the center, so it's easy for them to bend and put them in whatever angle you want to. So I take the end of the ribbon and I kind of wrap it around one of the wreath things behind the wreath to kind of hold it in place. Because like I said, I'm trying to do this without using any hot glue. So once I have it in place, I then just wrap the wreath around. As you can see, I go all the way around, and then once I've made it back to where I started, then I can make sure that the ribbon looks the way that I want to by just kind of repositioning everything. Second thing you do is I'm gonna put a bow right here. So the first thing I'll do is I'll cut some ribbon for the middle part. I like this design, I don't wanna cut through it, so maybe I'll do it right here. Nah, I'm gonna do more. If you're ever debating about how much to use, always do more. So that'll be for the middle. And then I'll either do one piece for the loops, or I'll get real fancy and I'll do double. So let's do double, because we're going big this year. Ain't that right, baby?
Sure.
I don't know if they can see you, but.
I hope they can't. I'm not camera worthy today.
You're always camera worthy in my eyes. All right, so then that'll be for the loops. And then I like to have little hangage, little hangage. Let them things hang, ain't that right? Now with the part that's hanging, you want this cut to be a little bit nicer looking. So make sure it's not raggedy. See, like that's raggedy, you don't want that showing. So I'm just gonna clean this up just a little bit. So this will be the part that hangs from the bottom down here. All right, so the first part I'll start off with will be the loops, the loops. How do I do this? Oh, okay, like this. So hold on, y'all. It's been 2 years. 1, 2, all right. So about there to here. And kind of just trying to figure out the best way for it to look. And then here. And then you can do it behind here. So then you kind of look at it and see like this part is wider than this. So that means I kind of need to get this out a little bit more. Move this around. Now there may be an easier way to do a ribbon bow, but as you can tell, I don't know what it is. So then I start kind of pinching it, trying to get it to look the way that I want it to, making sure I keep those ends somewhere in the middle. Because then what I'll do is I'll wrap one of these things right around the middle like this. Y'all can hear that new blue clue show in the back. And so then once you have it on there, move this over so it's not clashing. And you can fluff it up. See how that piece is coming out. So let me put that in there. Something like that.
When you get to a stopping point, I need like a Clorox wipe or something because you got crayon on the table.
Okay. Might use a magic eraser.
Poked a hole in it. No. Stop.
And then this piece will go around here like this, and then I'll fix it in the back. So I'm gonna stop and do that.
Cut it down here. You feel him? You moving.
Ooh, look at Ooh.
Ooh. Do you feel him move?
It's baby. Mom.
That's Daddy.
Daddy. What's doing?
The wreath?
No, don't color in the hole.
So for this part, you know, I just kind of wrapped it behind there.
So now comes the part where I start sitting out all of the different items and the little trinkets that I've bought and kind of see where I want them to go. Usually what I do is I always place 2 sets of 3 ornaments on each side. Usually they're kind of diagonal to each other. And the set that we got, I try to do 1 of each. And so as you can see, I have on the left side 2 of the glitter ones and 1 shiny. Then the other side I have a matte, a glitter, and I think a shiny or something like that. But I just kind of start playing around with the look of everything. I take all of the pieces and I just kind of move them around, stick them in different places, because the good thing is when you go to Michael's and Hobby Lobby and you get these different pieces, most of them have wires in the center as well. So the cool thing is once you stick them in the wreath, you can kind of attach those to the green frame of the wreath to get them to stay as well. So at this point, I knew that I did not have to use hot glue because I had figured out some different ideas that I could do to get everything to stick. So I just say play around with your ideas, play around with your items. You know, I wouldn't say that there's ever such thing as too much, but you know, for Carmen, she was like, okay, yeah, you're doing too much. But for here, you know, I just kind of put everything around, figure out where I want it to go, and then I start getting everything attached. What I found is that bread ties work perfectly for getting my ornaments to stay up. That kind of looks nasty. Bread ties work good for getting the ornaments to stay on. So this is now fully a non-hot glued wreath, and everything can be taken off without damaging anything. So what I did was I had to hang them like balls pretty much. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry about that. So what I did was I strung a bread tie through both of these like this, and I left some space in between. So I took this side and I wrapped it like that. So, you know, it would hang on the bottom like that. And
Then I did the same thing on the other side. And wrap this one like this. So now they hang like that. And then what I did was, yes, fixing the wreath. I took one of the wire things and I just wrapped it around that middle part. And then kind of gave it enough squeeze so that they sit like this. Now it would work perfect if I had green ones. So if you can know where you can get green ones, I guess that'd be the thing to do. And then I just took this one and wrapped it like this. So if you have enough to do one in each, you can do that, but I only found 4.
After I've gotten all of the ornaments in their place, sometimes what I'll do is I'll go back and I'll add my thinnest ribbon and I'll wrap that ribbon the exact same way I did the first one. So this one is almost like that copper gold color. And I start in the same place I did at the beginning, wrap it around one of the wreath things in the back, and I just follow the ribbon pattern all the way around. And then if I have any left, I'll put some in the bow. And then after I do that, I am finished. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I also just want to apologize for how jacked up this editing has been. Y'all just don't know what it took for me to get this video done. Like, I am not proud of it, but I wanted to get it done so I can get it posted. So just forgive me. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. And this is probably the last time I ever do a video on my iPhone. Seriously. I'll talk to y'all later. Make sure you subscribe and all that good stuff. Peace.